What's going on, everybody? This is AJ Capasso here, host of Talking with the Source. I'm here with my best friend, Jonathan Keyworth of JK47, Paranormal Investigations and Podcast, Targeting with the JK47. How are you, my friend?
Dude, I'm awesome, dude. It was a great show yesterday. I want to thank you all for watching yesterday. We were trying to hype up today, and I tell you what, man, you're going to be excited. We've been talking to Tony in the background, and I'm just so stoked for everything that we're going to be talking about and showing. So,
absolutely. First, I want to take a quick second to just say hi to Jacqueline real quick. She says hi to Tony. Tony will be out in just a second. Stuart Lynn as well. Nice to meet you, my friend. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Talking with the Source. Right now, we have an amazing guest I'm going to bring forward. His name is Tony Ferguson, the Ghost Whisperer. He is absolutely amazing. He has caught some amazing evidence. His work is just literally himself and a camera. I mean, you can't get much more basic than that. But what he captures is absolutely amazing. We're going to be showing some evidence that he's captured live. We're going to be showing some amazing things. Thank you, Chris, for tuning in. Oh, we just lost Tony in the background here. Hold on one second.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I wonder if he closed out.
Oh, no. Okay, well, we're going to give him a second real quick. And, hey, Bri, how are you? We're going to give Tony a second real quick. He's back in. There we go.
Paranormal,
Tony, what happened, Tone? What happened?
Literally, I don't know. Just logged me out. Literally, I sat there, just waiting to go, and then boom, gone.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. How you doing, my friend? Good?
Yeah, all good. Yourselves?
Good. And Jacqueline says, yes, Tony has captured some amazing evidence, and yes, he has. And we're going to show some of that as well. But first, Tony, what I want to ask you is, what got you into the paranormal, my friend?
As a child, I used to see stuff in my granddad's house. It was a male figure wearing a suit. My mum used to drop me off there when she go and pick my brother up, and I used to see him in the daytime, actually. And it was one of the reasons why I started investigating quite a lot at the start in the daytime, because, you know, the theory of, they only come out at night, for me, I've never bought that. But yeah, so basically that was quite frequent. And as I got older, things started happening, you know, just things that I couldn't explain. And I thought to myself, do you know what, I'm going to do some sort of, you know, search into this. And it just started off like that, really. It was pretty much just one of those things that once I started doing it, it felt quite natural. And from then onwards, I started picking up more and more. And it's just been an incredible journey. I think I started in 2017, documenting evidence online and stuff. But before that, I was doing stuff behind the scenes, and just for myself, personal use, really.
That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Now, you talk about how you just use yourself and a camera. Explain that to our viewers. Explain that to us. How do you just use that? Tell us. You're like a magnet, right?
So basically, I've tried devices in the past and stuff, and, you know, don't get me wrong, you've got to as an investigator. But for myself, I just walk in with a couple of cameras. I leave a couple locked off. And yeah, most people that have met me that I've done events with and stuff, I like to be being quiet, ask questions, and questions that are relevant to the building. Not so much move this, touch that, but I tend to, if I hear a disembodied voice, 9 times out of 10, if I hear it, it will come out on camera. And so I've just sort of changed my sort of aspect of investigating. It's literally just myself, cameras, and if I'm with a group, hi Tracy, if I'm with a group, then basically, it's the same. They tend to hear it as well. For me, it's just a different way of investigating. But at the same point, I'm open to trying things. As I said to you guys backstage and stuff, you as an investigator, you got to try stuff. If you don't try it, then you're not an investigator.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what, our friend, our other co-host, Steve-O, he actually went to his mother's house and he loves using just his cell phone, and he captures some amazing EVPs and the disembodied voices. So I know exactly what you mean when just using a camera and yourself. I totally get it because he has that same type of luck where he'll capture some amazing voices that come through with just the camera. So I
Yeah.
completely get that. John, go ahead, my friend.
Oh man, I don't even know where to start. So you've investigated a lot of places. What would you say was your best investigation? I guess scariest. Like, what do you think?
Scaring wise, I've never. I wouldn't say I've been scared because I'm so used to it now. I've had some things that are quite weird, if that makes sense. I think Shetzer Mallet being the worst. The apparition that I showed you guys, where it appears out of nowhere and walks off. Adam was doing a séance and he collapsed to the actual ground and in agony. Now the apparition just appeared just before that. So again, was there something that affected him and then just walked off? So that was quite horrific because I didn't like this. I didn't even record it because I didn't want the stress he was in. I had my hand over the camera and stuff. I just literally thought, no, this is not the stuff I want to put out there. But he had a horrific experience and the whole place just felt horrible. But I've never personally had as a horrible personal experience myself, but I've seen other people. So yeah, that was quite horrific. But the fact we caught an apparition as well at that same point sort of verified his experience.
Yeah. And you said something very important. You said you didn't air it because you didn't want to obviously put his negative experience out into the public. It wasn't something you want to show somebody. And
No,
I find that so honorable as a friend that you would do that for your friend, because most people would just be like, "Oh my God, I'm putting this out. I don't care. This has an apparition and this is going to get views." But you know what? That goes and shows that the views mean nothing to you. And
no.
that's what I love. And you are all about the, research, about the investigating, about what's going on. You want to show the world what's going on and you're doing it. And it's just so honorable to see, a good friend like yourself looking out for another friend, and I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have been there, you would have, I think anyone would have done it. Well, I hope they would anyway, because the main concern was getting him out of the actual area because he said that he felt like his whole body was being electrocuted and he was in such agony. And it just, obviously, I had my hand over the camera in general. I was like, nope, let's get down there and see it, get him out, etc. Because what was there didn't want him there. That was clear to see. But the fact we caught the apparition, obviously, he was happy for that to go out and stuff. I mean, things don't just appear out of nowhere and walk off. And for me, it's a good capture because, like I said, it just seems to appear out of nowhere and then just walk off. What it is, I don't know.
Yeah. We have a question from Brian Laverty of Parapost Network, which we are on right now live. He says, if you look back on all your investigations, what investigation stands out and something you will never forget?
There's been so many.
I know, right?
Every capture to me is important. Every whether it's disembodied voices, orbs, shape shifting. I think personally it would have to be Shetzer Mallet because it all happened in a space of 10 minutes. It kicked off. We were with the public, skeptics, non-believers, and you had a mixture there, and everyone in that group felt very uncomfortable. And I was recording from the balcony because I never participate in seances because I like to observe and see what's going on around people and record it as well and document it. But
Yeah.
I think Wookie Hole Caves was a good one. We went in with a parapsychologist and we were locked in. Just there was four of us, three females, myself and Bill, the parapsychologist. He doesn't believe in the paranormal whatsoever. We had a good discussion about it, and every time I sort of came back with a question, he didn't have an answer to it. And I was like, well, let's just go down there. Let's go and see what's down there. Because before we caught kids' voices down there it's in a cave underground. I asked him when we went back, is there any reason to be hearing any voices in this cave? Because we're underground. His words were no, because we're that far underground. And he clearly got voices telling him to get out. And he heard it and it came out on camera. I was calling it out. We caught children's voices down there again, giggling, laughing, playing, and that was all caught on camera. We've been there again with another tour guide. So we've been with two tour guides, two different ones, one a believer, one a parapsychologist and non-believer, and we've been with the public. And again, the public were hearing voices down there when we're all together. So that was quite special because it's 3 different occasions, but we've come out with the same outcome.
Yeah. No, definitely. That is awesome. Hold on, John. One question. Shannon wants to ask real quick. Have you ever been touched
by spirit?
I have in Bodmin Jail. Well, the day I caught the apparition at Bodmin Jail in the basement, I had my bag being tugged. It's all someone trying to get my attention. I mean, again, that was another sort of location where I was only in there for about half an hour, but it kicked off. It must be something with me in prisons. I walk into it and the place comes alive. But I was
right.
And literally I had caught disembodied voices there on that day. The lights went out in the basement. This is one of the reasons why we went to go and debunk it, because the lights went out and we were down there in the light. So we went up to go and speak to the owners and stuff. And they said that all circuits from 3 floors belong to the same circuit. It's impossible. So they couldn't explain that. And then we went back downstairs to go and try and debunk it, look for switches, seeing if there's nothing down there. I've placed the camera down, and that's when the apparition. Hi, Tony. That's when the apparition walked past, and again, just by putting off locked off cameras, which is what I do anyway. It's it takes a lot of analysing, but that, as an investigator, if you're keen on it, you got to put the work in, I guess.
Wow. Now
Shannon says jail, not that gotta touch.
I wanted to talk about orbs real quick because I want you to bring up that video of that orb we were looking at the back. Or I wouldn't even call it an orb. I would call it either a light anomaly or just something, because I don't even know what to call it, to be honest, because it's like a string. So if you could bring that one forward for us so we could show that right now. This is an amazing capture. We talk about orbs all the time. We talk about, oh, it's just dust, it's just this, it's that, and all this stuff. But what Tony captured right here on camera was absolutely amazing. So Tony, if you could bring up that video.
It's not actually showing it on mine now. Is it, you guys?
Yeah, you gotta, when you clocked out, it erased them. So
yeah,
go to the.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Tell me a sec.
Sorry about that.
It's on video.
And all the viewers watching, feel free to ask Tony any questions in the comments, and we will definitely ask them live, and we'll put you up on the screen. So don't feel shy. Please feel free to ask as many questions as you like.
Right,
Marilyn Jean says hello. Okay, so we got this one up.
You want me to bring that up, AJ?
Oh yeah, I'll let you bring it up. Actually, go ahead. I'll let you bring it up. Chris, you're not shy. Get over yourself.
All right, it's lagging. Here we go. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all right. Play it again, because it probably has to load.
You see it right there. I don't know what's going on.
Yep, I don't know why it's doing that, why it's lagging. Hold on here. Take it off the screen real quick, and I'll put it on mine, and we'll see if it changes. Sorry, everyone. Nope. It seems like it's gonna lag. But as you could see the thing form.
Yeah, play it one more time.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Right?
Is that not wild?
It takes so many different shapes. It's weird.
Like, look at it one more time, dude. It turns into a circle. I mean, it's like a string. It reminds me of like a
Like a
small intestine just
triangle and then
floating
a
around.
circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Brian, we actually did bring it up as a video file, and for some reason it is lagging. That's why we don't understand why it's lagging.
I
But
think it's
yeah.
spirit.
Yeah,
I think
right. Yeah.
spirits are
Spirit's
messing with
like,
me.
nope, we don't want to show any of this. But no, Tony, that is an absolutely amazing capture. So tell us a little bit about what you were doing and like how that was captured.
So again, for the last couple of years, I've been sort of doing paranormal events, just turning up randomly or working with people that do paranormal events. So that was caught with the public, and we were doing a séance. At that particular time, we were hearing children's voices, and the interesting thing is that the actual public were hearing it as well. And we're in a fort that's literally in the middle of nowhere, so we shouldn't be hearing that. So the fact that everybody else was hearing that, and then we've caught that at the same time, was quite interesting. I mean, you can get skeptics and parapsychologists saying it could be dust, but then does dust shapeshift? If it does, it's still paranormal. That's what I always come back on
Yeah.
that one. And it's just one of those things that changes shape. So whatever it is, I'll leave people to sort of decide for themselves, as I always do. But it's just one of those I put out there and thought interesting clip.
Listen, if you have dust the size of that and it's shape shifting into circles, someone needs to bring a maid in real quick because that thing looks like it's ready to take somebody
100%,
out.
yeah.
No,
That is
AJ,
not dust. That is not dust.
AJ,
You
you
know
know
what
what
I
that
mean?
makes me think of? You remember
What?
when we did the show on the skull experiments and all the
Yep.
weird shapes? That's what it looked like, dude. Have
Yeah.
you ever heard of the skull experiments, Tony? He froze.
Yeah, he froze on us. Hold on. Tony, you still there?
I've heard of it.
Oh,
Yeah, I've definitely heard of it.
oh, okay. Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah, you've heard of it, yeah. So, if you ever get a chance, check it out on YouTube. It's an amazing documentary. It's called The Afterlife Investigations. It's
Yeah.
about four mediums. Yeah, you know most about it, but it some of the evidence they caught, like it matches what you're catching, and it shows like you definitely are interacting with something of what we would call spiritual or a soul, and it's
Mm.
just absolutely amazing to see. But I want to keep going forward. John, go ahead and ask.
Yeah, so the apparition one, do you want to bring that up? The one with the monk?
Yep, 2 seconds. I'll get that one up now. I believe it's this one here. Download.
One
There you
thing
go.
that Shannon asked
Should
real
get it
quick,
through.
Tony, was can animals connect with you?
So I've caught a cat in a pub and a child actually that I've recently investigated. That hit world news actually, and I just did like an interview of that recently. But the upstairs was basically no one there, etc. We had the pub to ourselves. The landlady asked us to come and find out what's going on. No, I said I didn't want to know anything about it, like I always do. Just let me go in, and I'll, it was a lovely pub, absolutely lovely. Whatever was there was like a family, and I kept on saying that. But I caught a cat upstairs. Now it's not attached to anything, the building. I caught a cat literally going meow, and that was literally seconds after I heard a child's voice. So yeah, basically I
Wow.
had a child's voice as well. So and that was caught on camera. And I just where I'm so naturally just sort of in tune with the building and stuff. I'm just going. Just had a cat there. Just had a child there. I just call it out to the camera, and that was caught on camera. I've caught one of the ancient Ramin, and now that's well known for having a cat because there was a
Yeah,
witch there,
yeah.
and they've got a cat in there that's basically buried, and it's also in
Wow.
like a little. They kept it in like this little thing, and I felt like not being strangled, but I felt like something was trying to show me that they hung themselves there. And you'll hear me go, there's something there. I feel like someone, and then you can hear like a, pss, and then you hear a meow straight after. And I'm like, I just heard a cat, and it came out on camera. So no one else heard it, but I heard it. But the cameras picked up on the audio.
Hey, that's awesome. That's all you needed.
Yeah, I mean, I've lost dogs sadly, and I've heard them. You know, so animals are just the same as anything. Everything's energy. It's just tuning into it. I mean, I do a lot of self-development to myself to get to have got where I've been, you know, where I am now. As in, like, I'm an outdoors person. I switch off from the TV. You know, I do saunas, anything to cleanse or help or, you know, self-development. Then I'm there, kind of thing. And you know, meditation frequencies. I do.
Yes.
That's what it's all about. And unfortunately, a lot of investigators saying, why can't I hear this? Or what? It's not just because obviously it's one of those things. If you got to self-develop in yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to bring your heart and mind together, and it will come to you. Yeah.
And then unfortunately, you've got to escape the world we live in. We live in a crazy world when we do it. Everything's negative. You've got to push yourself away from that and try and sort of stay clear from it, because low vibrations, if you're on the low vibration, you're not going to hear and see and sense more. Whereas if you're on a high vibration, then, you know, you're going to attract high vibration.
Now,
that's what I believe. Yeah.
You know what's funny? Sorry, John.
Ahead.
I was going to say, you know what's funny is that I actually had John start doing meditation with binaural beats, and ever since he started doing my meditations with binaural beats, and he started to cleanse himself and all this type of stuff, he started getting that beep beep we were talking about in the back. And that beep beep has never showed up until he started really diving deep into the meditation, and spirit started showing him stuff, and now he's becoming more intuitive. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You have to work on those. It's like being at a gym. You have to work that muscle. And the more you work that muscle, the stronger it gets. And it's this inner senses that we have that we need to work on. And you're absolutely right. It's a combination of, you know, clean eating, you know, meditation with frequency, like all this stuff. And you're right. A lot of people won't hear what you hear because you're on a different frequency, a different level, a different energetic level. And I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, I do actually have ADHD as well. Sorry, go on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've got ADHD.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, yeah, it's your universe. That's the way I picture it, you know, and you're in control of what you let in, what you let out. And if you just believe in you, you'll get that crazy stuff that Tony's getting and what I get, you know, and AJ gets as well. You know, you just got to believe in it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. You were talking about your
ADHD. Yeah, so I've got ADHD. I mean, I've always put it down to it as well, because obviously ADHD. I mean, it's something I'm going to do in the future where I'm going to get a team together who, you know, that love the paranormal, that have ADHD, because my energy is going to be different to others. And again, I will work with a different frequency naturally, because of obviously ADHD people work with a different part of the brain, and I'm quite hyperactive as in general. So again, that will heighten activity because of my energy levels. And that's just a personal belief. Whether, again, it's one of those theories that I'm going to go and test out in the future, and it'd be good to do it, because I've noticed we're working with the public. We've had a couple of people that have autism, and they were hearing stuff, and I thought that was quite interesting, because ADHD and autism are on the same sort of scale as in, like, with obviously just mental health in general, just different sort of ways of dealing with things. So going forward, it's something that I'm definitely going to test out, and to see if, again, if it is partly to do with that. You know, ADHD can have its benefits, but can have its, you know, bad things as well. But I try and use the benefits for it if I can.
Yeah, please keep us, you know, known about that, because I have ADHD. I suffer from it bad, and I actually take medication for it. So, I would love to see what you come about with that experiment.
Yeah, definitely.
Brian said, "Do you enjoy turning skeptics into believers?" And he said, "I know I do."
Yeah, I mean, to me, I look at this journey, and I'm never going to prove anything through a camera. You're always going to get people that question stuff, but I've worked with so many skeptics, parapsychologists, or just meeting the public, and you'll get people that you know, even at the time, I'm like, look, you're not hearing it now, but listen back on the camera. You know, the camera's doing the talking for me, etc. And I don't look at it as like I've just proven that skeptic, because I meet so many of them where I just turn up to events. They look at you and think, yeah, of course you're hearing that, and then suddenly like they're hearing it after, or they're hearing it and they're still poo-pooing it. But like I keep saying, it's just one of those things. I'm not here to prove to anyone. I'm here to prove to me. All I want to do is encourage people to go out there and find out for themselves. You know, and it's like I said, self-development. You know, if you can better yourself, as in, you know, and do more spiritual stuff, do more things, it's only going to benefit you. It isn't going to, you know, it's not going to have a negative impact in your life. It's just going to benefit you in general. But it's just one of those things that I don't do the whole YouTube thing anymore. You know, like I don't care about social media or the internet and stuff. If my evidence gets put out there, then great. If it doesn't, then it's just one of those things. But it's good to look back on. That's the way I see it.
Yeah,
No,
you just got to believe in you, man. That's the biggest thing. You know, you got to make it your spiritual journey. You want to know what happens after we pass on, then take that journey, start exploring. You know, we're just giving you the tools, you know, in our experiences to hopefully incite you to want to explore that, you know.
Well, if no one did it, then again, the paranormal wouldn't be the paranormal, would it? It'd just be like everyone like question it with a question mark. But there's so much stuff out there now, even the UFO community and stuff, you know, all those people that saw stuff together, and then, it's in people's heads. How can the same people see the same stuff and in a group, and yet they're all wrong? It's, you know, you can't all be having an episode or a breakdown at the same time. So there's, you know, and the UFO stuff now has come out. There's stuff out there. So and even now people still question it. It's like, the government are lying. So if they reveal it and you don't believe it, and if you don't reveal it, you don't believe it. So you can't win. It's just about opening up stuff and realizing.
Yep, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Hey, John, bring up that let's bring up that monk.
Hopefully it doesn't lag, because this one is crazy.
Here,
you guys watch the doorway at the end. Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, there it goes lagging.
Hold on, let me bring it back here. There, start it over. There we go.
I'm telling you, Spirit doesn't want us showing this.
It really doesn't. Oh, what the hell is it doing?
I don't know, dude. I'm telling
there
you.
We go.
Just let it go through. Maybe it will. It's like it froze, dude.
No, it's still going.
It's like it's lagging, but you can see his head there in the center with the rope and if it was playing, it walks by. Did you ever put this on Paranormal caught on camera? Like, I swear I've seen that on the TV, Tony.
Yeah, John, try and play it on your side. Go ahead.
All right.
It's like Spirit doesn't want to show it. It really doesn't. Every time we try to show videos.
Yeah, you can see it walking. Go, you son of a gun. Dude, I don't know what the heck. We've never had this problem before. Yeah, it's just doing the same thing as yours.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
That is so weird. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go right on here.
I'm sorry, Tony, but what wasn't this on Paranormal caught on camera? Is he with it? Tony, are you here?
I'm here, yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Wasn't this on that show, Paranormal caught on camera?
Yeah, it's been on a couple. I've done a couple of documentaries of it over the years and stuff. I mean, the capture in itself, as I explained to you guys behind the scenes and stuff. Bob and Joe check their CCTV because they get a lot of claims of people saying they've caught this, that, the other, and they can confirm on there was no living person down there with us because they got CCTV cameras down there, but their cameras didn't pick up on the apparition, but mine did. So I think that's quite, it's quite good, the fact that they did check, because again, you do get some people that do make some crazy claims and stuff, but we didn't actually check for that. We were checking for the lights because the lights went off in the basement, as I said to you guys earlier on, and literally just it all kicked off within that 15-20 minutes. I was only in there for about 45 minutes and so much happened. I ended up walking out because I was that dazed. It's almost like I was being rushed by the whole building. It woke up, and even the staff said there, since I was in there after that day, everything was kicking off for days. Pit staff were seeing stuff, lights were going off, so I almost woke the building up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally. I just think you're a spirit magnet, dude, because I'm telling you, in all the shows that we've done, we've never had that happen. So I don't know if Spirit's ready to show the video.
Okay, so I went on Tony's TikTok, and I'm gonna show the other clip that he has. This is the figure that's running by during the seance. So let me bring this up real quick.
I'm telling you, Spirit's gonna blog it.
All right. If Spirit blocks this, then I'm done. I give up.
Oh, dude.
He's gonna freeze TikTok.
Something, indeed. Watch closely as Tony's camera captures something bizarre. A white figure moving across the room.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dude, watch this again. That looks like a freaking alien.
Looks like it's
I was waiting for you guys to say that agree.
Looks like that Dobby off of Harry Potter.
Wow, man, that is absolutely wild, Tony.
And that's when Adam, in the just after that, he collapsed to the ground in agony. The whole place was just weird. If you were in that room, it was like, I can't even describe it. The public in there, you had so many non-believers in there, and even they were saying it feels really horrible in here. I just want to get out, and now they know why.
Wow. Okay, this one says ghostly children caught on camera. You want to explain a little bit about this one?
Which one's that? Sorry.
This one says the second one in ghostly children caught on camera. Here, I'll play it, and then you can explain a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Right up the top right as well.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's flashing. What's that one then?
Is that coming from your camera?
That's another
It could be a
thing.
street. That
What's this
did
I heard a child again.
So yeah, you'll hear like a ooh, and this is a Kelvin Hatch.
Yes.
that.
It was a male. Yes.
Hiya, I'm Pauline. Hi, I'm Tanya.
Hi, I'm Dave.
I'm Catherine.
I'm saying hi, I'm Dave.
I'm Catherine.
I'm saying hi, I'm Dave.
When it goes Tony
I'm
before I do.
Catherine.
Tony.
I'm Tony.
Finish the loves in our men. Just listen for a few moments, okay?
Just wanted to make no.
A few moments, okay?
Just wanted to make no. What was that?
What was that? What was that?
It's a bang right below the end of the tunnel.
Dan, you're right, not listening.
No,
Stand back.
bang right below the end of the tunnel.
Dan, you're right, not listening.
No.
Stand back.
Your end.
And again. And again. Footstep.
Yeah, I heard that. That voice?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that. That voice?
It says here. Here.
Can you give us some indication of where you are, please? Oh, there's John.
That wasn't you, John. It sounded like it was between me and you.
Was that not you?
It was like a click.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that
I
not
thought it
you?
was you.
No, it's between me and you.
Maybe you can teach us Morse code, there you go. Maybe you can teach us Morse code, there you go.
Right up the top right as well.
Now, tell me a little bit about where you're at, Tony, in this.
On this one, we're at Kelvin Hatch. Now, Kelvin Hatch is a nuclear bunker. A gentleman basically created his own nuclear bunker in the middle of nowhere, and you're deep underground. I mean, deep underground. It's basically, well, for nuclear wars. and people have been claiming paranormal activity there for years. So we've been there 3 times, and I've been with 3 different groups. And every time I've gone there again, I've caught children's voices. Now we caught children's voices again with them, with another group. Voices where on my locked off cameras going, responding to us. So yeah, it's just one of those. Again, we were getting quite good responses there, and we asked the gentleman again, is there any reason to be hearing? Hi, Nando. To be hearing any sort of children's voices or voices in general? We said, well, underground, it's a nuclear bunker, everything's sealed off. So again, it's one of those locations where you can't explain it. You can't, because it's underground. And I've caught these voices on three different occasions with obviously different people. So it's just one of those things again that, just it's so many weird things are happening. As you used to just seen there, you'd have seen a short clip of a long video of stuff that was cool.
Yeah, and there's tons. I mean, guys, go on Tony Ferguson, Ghost Whisperer on TikTok, and check out all his short videos. I mean, he has amazing clips of evidence. Something that I've been watching. I've been following you, Tony, for years, and I've watched the growth of your journey, and I think it's absolutely amazing. And I'm super excited to see what is coming for you, because there's definitely something big. One thing I wanted to talk about was right now you're in a fight to save a historic place. Talk a
It's been
little bit
saved.
about this. It's been
It's
saved?
been saved.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shepton Mallet Prison. Basically, that's why I call the apparition that appears out of nowhere in the chapel. They were looking to close it down for the new year, so I went straight off to the media, every person I knew, radio and stuff, and just bombed it out there just to try and put a swerve on it. And with that and other people as well, obviously, that love the building, they've done a U-turn. So it's they've kept it open for the foreseeable future, and if they do it again, I'll be on it again. So it's one of those places, like you said, too many things are getting knocked down and thoughts and stuff, and we're starting to lose that history. And if I can use the media to a good effect rather than a negative effect, because media, if you've got the wrong people, it can turn out the other way. Luckily I've got some good people with myself that write the stories how I want it to. Otherwise it could go the complete other way, where everything's demonic and stuff, and that's not the road that I want to go down. Obviously that's not true. It sells for views, but that's down to the individual, I guess.
Definitely. So what do you got going on for the new year? You got any investigations coming up?
This whole month has just been a quiet period for me now, so I'm looking to go back to Shepton Mallet, definitely. I'm looking for new locations now as well. I've gone back to the same ones so many times, and it's lovely to go back and see them, but it's also nice to go and check out some of these new buildings, because it's an expensive business. It's not cheap to go to these locations and travel in and stuff. So I'm looking to sort of just go to new venues and stuff, things that I've never done, and just test myself in just different ways. And like I said, with the ADHD stuff, that's something that I want to do. I was looking to do that before lockdown, actually, and that kicked in, so that put a knock on it completely. So that's something I want to work on, and I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. It's working, so why change what works?
Exactly.
I'm getting to meet some lovely people, and I'm one of those people that I'm quite sheltered. I do my own thing, but now that I've started working with the public and stuff, I've actually liked the fact that I'm letting people walk away with something to think about, and I think that makes me feel good inside, because I can't prove to people through a camera, but if I'm giving them an experience or show them a different way or something, then I'm I can walk away with that with a bit of a smile on my face and think that's going to impact them going forward, and hopefully make them search for what's going on for themselves.
Absolutely.
Do you have any plans to come over the pond to America and investigate anywhere?
I've been over your way to Florida and stuff. I did a few things when I was over there, but obviously coming back and stuff, definitely there's locations that way that I want to do. I mean, the interesting thing, I've been abroad a couple of times as of recent, and even down to different places, and I'm struggling to understand what people are saying, because you're in a foreign country and you're getting responses, but it's not in English. So I'm hearing the disembodied voices, but
Yeah.
they're not in English. So therefore, I'm calling it out and I'm apologizing. I don't understand what you're saying. But yeah, it just proves the theory. You're going to a different country, you're capturing different voices in different countries. It's how it would be. So yeah, something like that I found quite interesting, because obviously it's taking you out of your boundaries, kind of thing. But definitely come
Now,
back.
oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to ask you, do you think, even though that they have a language barrier, do you think that energetically they understand what we're talking about? You know what I mean? Like what we're trying to get across to them. So, like, even though there's a language barrier between countries, I think that spirits still have the ability to talk to us in English or in our own language
Yeah.
energetically, whatever. Do you believe the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the belief that telepathic as well. You know, you can do it through the mind process. Everything, the
Yep.
mind is the most powerful tool. You just got
Yep.
to unlock those things. But yeah, I mean, I've gone to places in different countries, but I also believe if you've got guides that are there, then
Yeah.
they're gonna make the process a little bit better and stuff, and they're gonna help translate or whatever if there was any sort of problem there. But I think with spirit, it comes in different directions, because you get lost souls where they're trapped, traumatized, and you've got those that are attached to a building. They want to stay there for whatever reason, or you've got those that you don't want to be here at all. They want to cross over. You've got such a mixed bunch, and doing this,
Yeah.
you've got to treat everything differently, because by saying to someone, I'm going to help you cross over, they may not want to. They might have unfinished business. They're here for a purpose. So I try and go in different every location and try and sort of find out what's going on and what state they're in. If they're in a bad mood, angry, you're a counselor. You're trying to work with them, find out what their grievance is, and try and sort of work with them. And if they don't want to know after
Absolutely.
that, then you can walk away and say, I tried. They're not ready to move forward on their journey. They're here for a purpose. And no matter how much I talk to them, you're going to get out and go, because they're not willing to cross over or move forward on their journey, because for whatever reason, it's unfinished business.
Yep. No, I totally agree.
So your energy in prisons is crazy. And me and AJ investigated the old Montana State Prison. So if you ever come back, you go to Montana, you need to check out that prison. We got some crazy stuff. I think you'd get some crazy stuff there. That's what
I'll
I'm
hit you both
feeling.
up, definitely. If you both are available, you can come with me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. I'll
Yeah.
drive up there. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
It was a 13-hour drive, but we'll do it.
We'll
Just
do
for
it.
you.
Definitely. Now, a question: have you had a UFO experience?
Yes.
I know.
Many.
I remember. So,
Yeah.
talk a little bit about it, man.
I was out for a day out, actually, just basically going to a theme park, and we saw one literally just above us, and it was just hovering there and stuff. And we had some kids with us, and they were like, they were, what's that kind of thing? So I was trying to sort of just, play along. It's a UFO kind of, and they're like, why is it hovering in the sky? I'm like, let's get in the car. So it was one of those. If I was on my own, I could have recorded it. As soon as I turned the camera off and tried to, it's gone, absolutely just disappeared. I've seen stuff personally, as in me and Emily from Ghost to Ghost were actually at a house, and it's a haunted doll's house in Essex, and we both Emily called me out and said, come out here quick. So I went out there, and we both saw this. It looked like something out of Star Wars. It literally looked like that. It was literally just like some sort of ship, green, and the speed they went in. And she was like, what the hell was that? And she didn't believe in all this sort of stuff. And I said, that's a UFO. And she went, but why the speed of it? I said, exactly. She goes, oh my God. And we were ghost hunting that night, and we didn't get much activity, but we did on the outside there. And it was so quick. And there was two of them flying side by side, and they were green, and like green lights. And I can't even describe the craft. It was just, something shined off it, and very crystal clear, and just gone and instant. And luckily I came out at the right time. But she's like, oh my God, the fact we both saw it together, for her, she didn't believe in all that sort of stuff, because I was talking to her about UFOs long before that. And I said, people are too busy looking at their phones. Look up the sky. There's things going up there that people, need to look out and think, there's
100%. 100%. And also, I believe too, with the meditation that we do, I believe that we're connecting to one consciousness, which they are a part of. And I
Yeah.
feel like they are also like once they find somebody that has a powerful attraction to them, like say for yourself, I feel that they'll come and check you out. That's
Oh
what I
yeah.
feel, and
Well,
like, and I can see that in your case, like they were probably checking you out. They were probably like, well, "Who's this guy?" Because we can hear him in his meditation. Let's go and do that. So I mean, it's pretty wild. But where do you think they come from? Do you think they're interdimensional? Do you think that they're other planetary? I mean, what is your opinion on it?
it's the same with the ghost theory, as in spirit. Apparitions appear out of nowhere. There could be another world that we can't see because of our 3D vision. If you start
Yep.
unlocking that 3D vision and, like I said, enhancing yourself spiritually, then yeah, there's things going on in this world that we can't even comprehend.
Mm,
I always say, think about this logically, right? We've got a sea that we've explored, and we're going to Mars. Now, we've not even explored our own sea, so how can you explore another planet? How do we know there's not civilizations under that sea and places that we can't get to? Because there's been crafts that are known to come out of the sea, and people
yep.
have actually caught that on camera. Why would you not go and explore your own planet before going to another planet and exploring that? Because you would never be able
Thank
to
you.
explain on that planet because you
Yep.
haven't even searched your own. So there's so much that doesn't make any sense. If you look at it logically, you've got to question everything.
Yep.
On the alien side of things, I believe there's races here, as in as in on this planet, but they're just
Yeah.
in places that we can't get to.
I
Um,
believe it too. I believe it
yeah,
too.
and
I
again, you'll be ignorant to think there's not life on other planets. What we're just this special planet out of all of them, and no one else is here. You've got to be ignorant to think like that.
yeah.
So it's just one of those. You just got to open your mind to it and question everything, both sides. Whether you're
You know,
skeptical.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying whether you're skeptical or whatever you are.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I've been reading a lot into the Sumerian tablets lately about the Anunnaki and all that stuff and the story of the Anunnaki and all the stories that the religions have taken from the Sumerian text and
Yeah.
kind of put their own spin on it. And it makes you wonder, like, is there an alien race that came and genetically modified us and, our Homo sapiens back in the day and made us into what we are today? I mean, there's so many different theories that come with that alien, agenda that it's so hard to keep up on. But I tell you what, it's definitely real. And, I've never got to see something up close like you have, but I have seen something in the sky that I can't,
Hmm.
Yeah.
explain. But yeah, the ant people of American Indian. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, what do you think about cryptids, Tony? You think? I know you said people underwater. We've seen some crazy evidence, of fish people and stuff. What about like Bigfoot and stuff?
Hmm. Again, how it's like everything. They might be jumping in this reality. It's weird if
Yeah,
you look at everything from ghosts to UFOs and everything. They're spotted very rarely, but when they are, it's like they jump in and jump out. So is it us, as in our reality, as in the person, the individual? You're tuning into that and you're seeing it, and then same thing, or are they tuning into our reality by mistake?
Yeah.
So it's just
Yep.
everything
You're
just
right.
seems to sort of be the same when it comes to all those sort of things. They're there, but they're gone. So if you look at the cryptids, even down to ghosts or UFOs, again they're there and gone. So it's just one of those things that we're not meant to know, or are we just tapping into things that we shouldn't be, or are they giving us hints from time to time that they are there and revealing
Yeah.
themselves?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, I guess you've got to keep an open mind to anything. With the way the world's gone now and stuff. Question everything, but at the same time, keep an open mind.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's all about keeping an open mind, especially when the work that we do. So I completely get that
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Um, Tony, I wanted to ask you if you would come back on sometime soon, because there's so much more that we have to talk about. Unfortunately, we're coming up on the hour mark, but I wanted to say thank
Yeah,
you so much for your time, and it's an honor to
yeah.
have you on. Seriously, I know you're busy with a lot of stuff, but before you go, please tell everyone where they can find you at. Also, what you're going to be doing coming up that they can check out, and anything else you want to share with us.
Just type in Tony Ferguson Ghost Whisperer on Facebook. I don't really use YouTube as much now. TikTok, I tend to sort of put the raw footage on Facebook, and then short clips of to highlight what we've caught on the night. Other than that, I just I don't really sort of advertise myself as such. I chuck it up there. I haven't got time for social media. I switch off from it if I'm being honest. But what going forward wise, like I said, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Any locations come up, I'm there. If it's new, especially, and just gonna why change what works? There's things that I want to do different, but at the moment, actually, just a case of I'm just looking for new locations. There's a few things I've been doing with the media and stuff, actually recently as such as well, and going to be doing with them as well to highlight quite a lot of stuff. I'm lucky to have people that actually do like the paranormal in the media, so they're not portraying it in the wrong way. I've had a few things in the past where I've just said, by all means, share the footage out. And they've portrayed it in such a negative way. So I'm just trying to put a positive spin in the paranormal and just see where it goes.
Absolutely. And you know what? We need more of that. We need more of that because there's so much negativity in the paranormal with all the shows showing all they care about is demons now and all this stuff. So it's very important to show the positivity of this field because this field is more about love than anything else. Spirit shows us that all the time. So, but Tony, thank you so much, man. John, I'll let you finish off. Thank you so much.
No, I can't thank you enough. And like I said, if you come across the pond and you want to go to the old Montana State Prison, dude, I'll be there, dude. You just let me know when. Because we paid what was it? We paid $600 and it was just the two of us. So
yeah, it was a great time.
Huge location, man.
No, 100%. Like I said, if I'm there, I'll definitely bell you boys. Definitely, 100%.
Cool.
Yeah. Just
awesome.
Let us know.
Well, Tony, thank you so much for your time. It was good seeing you. Have a good rest of your day, and hopefully the weather gets better.
Well, looking forward to some snow, so that'll do.
Well, there you go, right? Hey, have a good one, my friend. God
take
bless.
care, guys. Look after yourself. See you later on.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Appreciate you. Love and light. Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Tony is such a great guy, man. I tell you, I've been following him for years, and his journey has been so awesome to see and to watch grow. And finally, to be able to have him on the show has been such an amazing honor because like I said, I'm like a fan of his. So having him on is like being starstruck almost. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my gosh, Tony Ferguson.
I know, dude. I was like, I'm pumped. I just kept talking.
I know, man. I'm pumped. So, but no, he has some amazing footage. So check out his TikTok, Tony Ferguson, the Ghost Whisperer. You can check him out on YouTube as well, but he's normally on Facebook. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Talking with the Source. My name is AJ Capasso, host of Talking with the Source, along with my other host, my best friend, Jonathan Keyworth of JK47 Paranormal Investigations. And soon, Robin will be back with us. It's just a matter of time. He's just taking care of family, so don't think he's gone. He's coming back. But John, I'll let you say your famous words and we'll get out of here.
Well, this is the last time I get to say it, man. Their season's over after today, but go Broncos!
And that's the show.